that doesn't make any sense. How can they think that, or whatever that might be, and then I react on it. And then I have a really short patience, right? When it comes to respect, I have no patience. If I'm disrespected, you know, it's over. And that's not good. Now, I'm not sharing that to say that's a good thing. It's a bad thing. So patience is something we all need. This morning has been a super huge test of my patience. So last night, I barely got any sleep. I've been up since pretty much 3:30, going over the sermon and the notes in my head over and over. And about, I think, 5:30, I actually got out of bed and started going through my notes. My slides were all blank. I couldn't print anything. I couldn't change any of my notes. I was like, what is going on? So I started getting really frantic. My wife got up about 6:30 and she sees me. I'm trying to figure out, why is the printer not connecting to the internet? The internet's on. Why is the laptop connected? And just all these little, so I'm scrambling, just scrambling. And so my wife's trying to help me. So my computer is dead. I charged it all night. It didn't charge. So my wife grabs my computer and she takes it into her sewing room. She plugs it in to give it a charge, right? And meanwhile, I'm still trying to figure all this stuff out, and nothing is going. And so I finally get to this point where it's like, you know, I'm supposed to be doing this message on patience. And my wife's saying to me, you gotta have patience, you gotta have patience. And it's like, you know what? There's 3 points that we're gonna talk about today. And I gotta get these 3 points in action. So I literally did that. I put these 3 points into motion and just basically got to where I accept the conditions, I accept what's going on. I'm gonna show up at the church and we'll print what we need to print there and everything, and we got here and nothing worked here either. So we had blank pieces of paper out there because the things with our notes wouldn't print. And so it's been a real challenge. Patience all the way around today. But finally, it came together because that's how God works. He wanted me to actually really understand the message that he has for all of us today. And so patience is the target, 100%. And how do we respond with patience is super important, just like this morning for me. This morning, I was in a rock and a hard place. I had no notes, I had no slides, I had no references, and I sure cannot remember, you know, everything that I researched. I researched probably 30 hours, goes into a half an hour of sharing a message.